Hi everyone, Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Hour streaming studio. Hope everyone is having a nice Friday morning. Another very cold morning across the area, but it is the last one before we finally see some warmer weather return to the area as conditions, we're going to really see the other side of the coin again. For as cold as it's been, we're going to see the above average temperatures finally return as we head into the weekend and then really through much of the week. Next week we're going to see some really nice conditions. So again, We're finally through it. We're through the worst of it. But again, it's been an awfully brutal stretch for us over the course of the last several days. Jumping in, though, looking at the weather almanac from the day yesterday, 13 for a high. Again, that's not bad, but the low temperature yesterday morning all the way down to 17 degrees below zero. That smashes the old record that was 10 below, set back in 1918. Again, you see the record high there, 71. That was originally set in 1991, tied in 2024. So again, 2024, we tied a record high at 71. 2025, same date, we smashed that record low all the way down to 17 degrees below zero, and almost a 90-degree difference between our high temperature on yesterday's date last year and the low temperature that we had yesterday. So again, pretty widespread there. And again, we'll be warmer today, at least with the afternoon high, but the low this morning, again, was down there close to that same number. I believe 16 below is what I saw already this morning, again, which breaks another record low for us here in the capital city. Again, as far as any moisture is concerned, we're at 31 hundredths for the month of February, just 41 hundredths for the year, so we're about an inch below normal in terms of our liquid precipitation. And again, they talked about it earlier this week, but changed around some of the snowfall numbers. Officially now 5.2 inches of snow at the Lincoln Airport so far this February, which is again a little bit below average, close to where we close probably month to date to about where we should be. For the month we average a little bit more than that though, so it's still a little bit below average for the month. And then again, still over 13 inches below normal so far for the season in terms of our snowfall. So again, don't think we're going to see any more, though, at least over the course of the next week. But we are still well below normal for that snowfall. And again, to date, if you look at the least snowiest seasons to date, we're currently tied for 7th, but just 6.2 inches of snow. 2016-2017 is currently 6th on the list at 5.1 inches of snow. They finished that season with 7.5 inches of snow, and again, the 21-22 season is currently 3rd on that list. They had 3.7 inches of snow through today's date, but they finished that season with only 5.1 inches of snow, which is the least snowiest season that we've ever seen. So we're past that. We're at least not going to have the least snowiest season that we've ever seen, but we could finish in 2nd place, depending on how things shake out for us as we head through the rest of winter. But again, meteorological spring is a week away. So again, we're going to start to really see temperatures, at least average temperatures, and the rest of it really begin to warm up for us as we head over the course of the next just several weeks. So if we look at, our cold weather alerts, again, thankfully, we had cold weather advisories that were in place across the state for this morning. Those ran through 9 o'clock, so those expired just a few minutes ago. Again, we've seen these extended a little bit further into the morning hours, depending on where temperatures are, but again, those have been allowed to expire, and hopefully we're not going to see those again for quite some time. So again, no cold weather alerts, whether it's cold weather advisories or extreme cold warnings, are currently in place and are not currently forecast to be in place as we head through the night tonight. So again, that is the good news, but still going to be very cold, especially through the morning hours. We're still looking at wind chills cold as about 10, maybe 15 degrees below zero at times for central and eastern sections of the state as we head at least through the morning, but things will get better as we head towards the noon hour. Again, still very cold, between about 0 and 5 below for a lot of us. But climbing back above zero as we head into this afternoon. So again, that is the good news by this afternoon. Again, still very cold, but again, compared to where we've been over the course of the last several days, it's not terrible. Wind chills in the single digits for a lot of us as we head through this afternoon and then into the early parts of this evening. But then temperatures, importantly, are not going to be plummeting as we head overnight tonight and into the day tomorrow. So again, we're just dealing with one more cold morning, and temperatures will rebound this afternoon and into the weekend. And then we're looking at those above average temperatures heading our way as we head through the week next week, where again, some areas are going to be into the 60s as we head through the week next week. So that is definitely something to look forward to. Again, I think we're going to melt most, if not all, of the snow that we currently see on the ground here from sky views from across the state. Again, clear skies as we start our Friday right now in Lincoln. It is 5 below at the airport, but up to 4 here in Midtown Lincoln. Again, after we started the day at about 15 or so degrees below zero. Feels like temperature is 16 below, which is a light south wind at around 11 miles an hour right now here in Lincoln. Across the metro, again, temperatures some spots it's still below zero. Other spots we've seen temperatures climb into the single digits. There's a couple spots flirting with double digits. But again, right now here at the 1011 studios, we're about 4 or 5 degrees or so. Temperatures across the state, again, you can see the Lincoln Airport right now is the cold spot across the state with that temperature of 5 below, tied with Tacoma. They're also at 5 below. Grand Island at 5 above. Ainsworth, Valentine, both at 13 degrees. And Chadron, which again had a wind chill of almost 50 degrees below zero just a few days ago, is the warm spot. They're at 21 degrees this morning. Winds have swung around to the south and to the southwest. They're fairly light, at around 8 to 18 miles an hour for most locations. Again, these southerly winds are going to help us warm up as we head through the day today. Could be just a bit on the blustery side for us at times today, but it's not going to be too bad for us. You factor in that wind, and again, wind chills this morning, still very cold in several locations, between about 10 and 20 degrees below zero for a good chunk of the coverage area. Not quite as cold as you head across the western third of the state. Satellite radar picture is quiet, clear skies across the state. You look at the visible satellite imagery. Again, we have another good view of our snow-covered landscape across the area. We see some low cloud cover across parts of the Nebraska Panhandle. That's helping those temperatures be propped up just a little bit. If we zoom out and look at a regional view, again, you can see that snow-covered landscape across much, across much of the Dakotas into Nebraska as well. If we zoom out and look at a regional view, again, overall things are quiet. We do have some snow showers ongoing across the Front Range over in Denver. Those are beginning to kind of fizzle out just a little bit, but really that's the only thing that we have of note going on across the immediate area. If you zoom out and look at a national view, overall right now, things are pretty quiet. You look at the weather alerts, again, also pretty quiet. Still have some cold weather advisories across parts of Kansas and Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, and then down towards the Gulf states, Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee. Still have some cold weather advisories that are in place that are set to expire as we head through this morning. But overall, again, things are pretty quiet for much of the country. If we zoom in, take a look at a regional view, and we look at Skycast through the day today, we're looking at a lot of sunshine heading our way. Not a whole lot for us to worry about as we round out our work week. Again, kids are finally back at school today, and it looks like it should be a decent day, especially compared to where we've been the last few days. And as we head overnight tonight and into your Saturday, we will watch potential. Our in-house model really likes to put out some fog or low cloud cover, and again with some melting snow. It's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. I think it's probably a little overdone here, but that's going to be possible for us over the next several mornings especially as we really begin to melt off some of that snow, putting in some low-level moisture into the atmosphere. So again, can't rule out some areas of patchy fog, maybe patchy dense fog at times over the next couple mornings, but by Saturday afternoon, we're looking at sunny skies, much warmer conditions as we head into Saturday. Temperatures back above freezing across the state. With plenty of sunshine, should be a nice day. And again, Saturday night into Sunday, our in-house model here wants to put out areas of fog across the area. Again, certainly not out of the realm of possibility. I think it might be a little bit overdone there. And then as we head into the day on Sunday, more sunshine expected as we head through the balance of the day on your Sunday, with even warmer temperatures. Again, going to be doing a lot of melting of our snow here over the next couple days. So if we zoom in, take a statewide view and look at Skycast, not a whole lot going to be happening for us over the next couple days. Plenty of sunshine today, southerly and southwesterly winds. Again, maybe some areas of fog tonight into Saturday morning. More sunshine heads our way through the day on Saturday and really through much of the weekend. Again, maybe some fog as we head into late Saturday night, early Sunday. And then by Sunday afternoon, we're looking at more sunshine across the state. So again, should be pretty quiet weather, should be fairly nice weather for us as we head over the next several days. In terms of liquid precipitation, as we head over the course of the next week, really not expecting much, if anything, across much of the state of Nebraska. And so if there's no liquid precipitation, we're not expecting anything in the way of additional snowfall either. This is long-range look at the European model in terms of our snowfall over the course of the next week through next Friday at 10 o'clock. And again, not expecting any snow really as we get ready to kind of round out the last week of February for us. So any additional snow is going to have to likely come into March or into April. In terms of high temperatures today, look at these numbers. Again, we're finally warming things back up. Still below freezing and still certainly well below average for this time of year. Low 20s across the eastern sections of the state, getting into the upper 20s and upper 30s as you head across the western third of the state. But again, a significant step forward compared to where we've been over the past several days. So again, it'll still be cold out there today, but after what we've been feeling over the last couple days, it's not going to feel too bad at all. Low temperatures tonight. Again, these are numbers that we can handle. We're looking at the teens, maybe a few spots down into the upper single digits. But again, like I've said a couple times, compared to what we've been or where we've been, this is certainly something we can deal with as we head overnight tonight into Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon we get even warmer. We're looking at temperatures back above freezing, again near normal for a lot of us, still a little bit below normal maybe for eastern Nebraska with highs in the mid upper 30s, low 40s, but getting into the low to mid 40s as you head across the western half of the state for Saturday afternoon. Sunday morning, these are near normal low temperatures for this time of year in the lower to middle 20s across the state. Sunday afternoon, again, even warmer as we get into the low to mid 50s across the western half of the state. Again, snowpack will still hold us down just a little bit for the eastern sections of the state, low to mid 40s. But again, we're going to melt a lot of that pretty quick as we head over the next couple days. Into Monday morning, again, we're actually above average for our low temperatures in the upper 20s and low 30s. And then Monday afternoon, again, we see much of the state into the 50s and even some 60s possible, especially across the southwest. Here in Lincoln, we'll say 56 degrees for your Monday, 55 in Grand Island, 59 in North Platte. So again, break out the shorts and the t-shirts. It's going to be awfully nice for us as we head into early next week. Tuesday morning, again, same story, above average. We're looking at upper 20s, lower to middle 30s. And then Tuesday afternoon, it's mid to upper 50s and low 60s across much of the state for the day on Tuesday. I think Tuesday might be our warmest day of the week next week. We'll kind of have to wait and see. But again, it looks awfully nice for us. And even past Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're still looking at highs here in Lincoln in the lower to middle 50s. So again, there's a lot to like when you look at the forecast as we head into the week next week. Really not looking at much, if any, in the way of any chances for moisture. We'll watch for next Wednesday. There's a small chance. Looks like it might just be rain right now at this point. But again, chances only 20% right now. 10-day forecast for select cities across the state. Again, you can see that milder weather continues really through the entirety of the week next week as we finish February and begin March. So again, really today is the last cold day. And again, it was this morning that was really, again, brutally cold out there. But things are going to be getting better as we head into the afternoon. And then we'll get really better as we head into the week next week. Any precip chances, again, over the course of the next 10 days are pretty slim. There's a couple chances here or there, but they are pretty low. So again, not expecting really much in the way of any moisture. The 8 to 14-day temperature outlook, which takes us February 28th through March 6th. For most of the state, we're favoring above average temperatures, which again, we kind of saw reflected there in at least that 10-day forecast. And then in terms of precipitation, it does favor above average precipitation across much of the area as well. But again, at least for the next week to 10 days, those chances for moisture do look pretty slim, potentially getting maybe a little bit more active into that second week as we get into the first few days of March there. But that's definitely sort of a wait and see thing as of right now. But again, one more cold morning. We've got a couple more hours of things being really cold. Things get much better this afternoon, but then certainly as we head into the weekend and certainly into the week next week, we're seeing much warmer and much more bearable conditions head our way. So appreciate everyone for tuning in, watching again. As always, hope everyone stays warm out there this morning. And again, until next time, hope everyone has a nice weekend.